trashed. Looks like somebody ripped it out.
What the hell was that?
We got a problem.
Some kind of alien energy source. Whatever that thing is, I want it off the ship.
Stay behind me. Try to save as much ammo as you can.
The controls are locked. It's like something's taking over.
Hey, what's up guys? Rob here. Welcome back to a brand new Wild Eye Releasing movie review. I have a bunch of Wild Eye Releasing movie reviews on my channel. Definitely go check them out. But Wild Eye recently sent me a box of movies to talk about and review for you guys. So today I'm going to talk about one of my most anticipated Wild Eye movies, and that is Plagueers. Oh my god. I've seen other people review this movie and I just couldn't wait. The premise of this movie is so amazing, okay? But before I get into the review, I want to thank Wild Eye Releasing for sending me this stuff. They are awesome. They care about the YouTube creators and the horror community. So in the description, I'm going to put their official website and their YouTube channel. They have a bunch of trailers. If you guys are interested in any of these films, definitely go check out the trailers and see what you think. A lot of great stuff. So I just want to thank them, for sending me this stuff. This is just, it's really, really awesome. Definitely go check them out. So, Plagueers, 2019 film directed by Brad Sykes. And just from the cover alone, it's basically, it looks like a zombie film in outer space. Even alien creatures or some kind of mutant creatures. There's spaceships, there's explosions. Heck yes. So it's kind of like a horror sci-fi film. But there's a lot more to it than that, let me just say. You have Steve Railsback, who actually has a commentary on this DVD. This DVD looks really good, by the way. On my TV, on my plasma TV, this looks like a Blu-ray. It's like Blu-ray quality. I couldn't believe how good it looked. You got Jared Michaels, you got Stephanie Skews. Let me just say this. This movie reminded me of a bunch of different films. Alien. Okay, Ridley Scott's Alien. It also reminded me of Doom, like a good version of Doom. And it also reminded me of the Tommyknockers. Remember in the movie The Tommyknockers, the miniseries where you have the glowing headstones and the glowing things in the forest? In this movie you have this glowing orb that glows green. Oh my god, it's just like the Tommyknockers. Anyway, you combine all those together and you have this movie. It's got the creepy corridors. You're walking down the corridors, just like in the movie Alien, on this ship, and it's creepy atmosphere. The setting is in space on a ship. It's great. The set designs on this movie were fantastic. I was not expecting the set designs to be that good, honestly. They were actual sets. There were times where if they were looking out a window, they were probably looking at a green screen, with the effects in space. The cheesy effects, there are cheesy effects in this. Where this movie shines, though, is the actual sets. The actual set of, the actual stage sets and the cinematography. The cinematography is great. The nice wide shots going down the creepy corridors, the first person views, what's coming around the corner with the creepy lights going on up. It's amazing. Also where it shines, the practical effects. Not CGI effects, not CG blood, not CG gore. practical blood effects, practical gore effects. That is where it's at. It seems that much more real when you do it that way. Come on, Hollywood, it's not that hard, you know? That's what's wrong with some of these Hollywood films. They try to cater to a bigger audience. Let's make it, you know, make it PG-13. So let's have some CG. It's easier. Let's just have CGI blood. Let's have CGI effects. No. This movie is proof. This is how you do it, people. This is how you do it. The effects in this are so gruesome. They are so awesome. That's where it shines for me. The creature effects, the mutated looking zombie demon creatures that are in this called the Plaguers, they are amazing. Some of them look like this, rotting away. Some of them look like zombies with fangs coming down. Some of them have really long fingernails and long fingers. Some of them just look different than others, which I liked. But they're not just stupid creatures. They actually can, you know, run around, crawl around in vents. Hell, you can't even put them down unless you cut off their head. You start shooting them, they get right back up. Shoot them in the head, they get right back up. Do whatever you want to them, burn them, whatever, they get right back up. Because of this creepy orb. Basically the story, this all takes place within an 8-hour period. Because they show the end of the movie first, then it goes to 8 hours earlier. So within an 8-hour period this happens. So you got a ship full of people, and they're going back to Earth to basically drop off this thing, this alien-looking orb that they picked up. And they claim that it's full of energy, and this thing is actually very valuable, so they say. But it's unpredictable. They don't know much about it. They get a distress call. Before they get to Earth, they get a distress call from this other ship yelling for help. They stop at this other ship. They pick up these girls who are crying. They're saying that they were attacked by pirates. They took everything, and they bring them back onto the ship. That is where all hell breaks loose. Now, I'm going to say, before these Plaguear things show up, there's a twist that happens that I kind of didn't really predict. I thought it was going to actually go the other way. I will not spoil it, but there's a twist that happens with these girls that come onto the ship. It basically makes the body count bigger. You know, that's the reason why they did this. You have the average crew that you start with, and then you bring in these other 4 girls, it just doubles the body count. So, that's pretty awesome. I did predict that. But anyway, these girls get on board, something happens, and you get introduced to these creatures. And like I said, these creatures are terrifying. They're going across, you know, going down the corridor, start to kill everybody, and they have to survive. One of the guys on here, I'm not going to say who, is actually an android. And again, it reminded me of Alien. Just the way he looks from the beginning of the movie, he's like all weird. He's just all stiff, and he just looks at you like this. And he talks kind of slowly. He doesn't really react fast. I'm like, he might be an android, and I was right. I'm not going to say who it is, but, or what character, or what his, you know, the actor that plays him. But he actually plays a pivotal role in this movie, which was really cool. Again, comparing it to like Alien, that's where it shines too. All this stuff comes together. All these different movies that it seems like it borrows from. They bring it all together into one, and it just makes for a really, really awesome, cool movie. Anyway, so all hell breaks loose. They have to try to survive against these Plaguears. And that's basically the movie. And it's all because of this little orb thing that glows green like the Tommyknockers, and it controls everything. It actually controls some things on the ship. It controls what happens to these people. It's very, I want to say it's unstable, but it's very unpredictable as well. So, I found that intriguing. I just love this movie. The gore effects are top notch. You know, the makeup effects on the Plagueis are top notch. It is done so well. Terror that cannot be contained. Imagine zombies meeting the crew from Alien. That is a direct quote from Midnight Movies. That is exactly right. That's exactly what I thought. Even though these are not zombies, they are basically classified in the middle. If you had zombies and demons, mutants, they're in the middle. So, they do have some of the characteristics of zombies, but they're not dumb and stupid. But yes, this movie was so much fun. When it comes to Wild Eye, this is definitely top notch. This is definitely one of the best Wild Eye releasing movies I've ever seen. Definitely. Yeah, there's not really much more I can say about it without spoiling it, and I don't want to do that for you. I just basically told you, you know, just the basic plot of what it's about, and check it out. Definitely check it out. And like I said, go to their YouTube channel, Wild Eye, and check out the trailer for Plagueis. I think it might be something that you're interested in. And like I said, it's got bonus features, behind the scenes, documentary, casted crew, you know, Q&A, things like that. But yes, the effects, it does have a little bit of cheesy humor to it, as well as some of the actors. Some of the actors, it is a little bit cheesy, but that's the charm of it, okay? Look back in the 80s. 80s horror films were all about cheesiness, okay? No matter what 80s slasher you're watching, that is the charm of 80s horror films. It even did that in the 90s too. But if you want real cheesy, good horror fun, that is in the 80s. And that, see, that's what this kind of reminded me of. So, the acting, yes, it is very cheesy, but they did a great job for what they had to do. So Plagueis definitely gets 2 thumbs up for me. Very good job, Wild Eye. And yeah, definitely check out Plagueis. I'm definitely going to be reviewing these films that Wild Eye had sent me, as well as more coming up very soon. And again, I want to thank Wild Eye Releasing for sending me the box of films to talk about. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I can recommend them 100%. Anyway, this is Rob. Thank you for watching my videos, for the support, for subscribing and all that stuff. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. See you in the next one.